J Jinx!
Truck stop!
A number of years ago, something caught my eye. I think it was at like one of those hunting, fishing oriented kinds of stores somewhere in the middle of America, and it was this. The Coughlan's Survival Kit in a Can contains 33 items for signaling and creating warmth and shelter. It tells you everything that's in it on the back and on the can itself. Now, obviously, once you open this, that's it. It's open. So I thought I would capture that on camera just to see what it's like. If you look on the bottom where it tells you where this was made, it gives you some options. Made in 1, China, 2, Peru, 3, Canada, 4 for USA, 5, Mexico, 6, Thailand, 7, Chile, printed in the USA in 2022 in Winnipeg, Canada. I'm guessing that the number code might correspond to something in the UPC code. Maybe this number at the very end, and if that's the case, this one was made in Canada. Even though it was printed in the USA, copywritten from Winnipeg. This is... well, I guess they could just cover all their bases that way. That came open pretty easily. First aid pamphlet. A pencil? Nice. Note paper. Fire starter cubes. 30 centimeters of duct tape. And it says right at the very end, tin can. This looks like it would stack well with a tin of sardines. Time to open your survival kit in a can and see what it can do for us. Yeah, the inside even has that colored stuff that you see in sardine cans. I'd be interested if this literally is like out of a sardine can manufacturing plant. They just put this stuff in there instead. Pretty densely packed. First thing I found, this might be the duct tape. Yep. That's all you get. On waxed paper. Let's see if it's still sticky after being inside of this thing for years. Yeah, sticky enough. Here's our resealable bag. It looks like it was kind of pressed into something, so there are these indentations. And hopefully that doesn't render it non-sealable. Have like holes in your very cheap Ziploc style bag. This thing is extremely flimsy. You can see the way they sealed it at the edge with like a heat thing. No problems getting it to close. So that's a plus. That's better than some bags I have in my own kitchen right now. They just give you straight up an entire matchbook. In addition to a couple of stick matches, which do have a bit of a wax coating, which was not applied too well. It's like a glaze. All right, here's our string with a zip tie. Not a zip tie. What do they call these things again? Twist tie. Got a couple more matches. And we have some yellow cord. Just a straight up razor blade with the cardboard slip around it. Hey, tinder. And you can use the matchstick to test the consistency of your blade, which is, of course, very smooth, but it won't last. Ooh, bonus, 4 matchsticks. And then we have like a whole reel of sewing string. You could use that as fishing line too, why not? Although I don't think it would be strong enough for a big fish. I like how it's on like a little plastic spool. Kind of reminds me of like one side of a cassette tape. Then here's the metal wire they include. The pencil reminds me of mini golfing when I was a kid. And here's the survival whistle. It is J.J. Jinx Orange, so it's already the best item in the kit. It reminds me of like that, I want to say Central or South American, it's like the whistle of the dead or something, and it sounds absolutely horrendous.
So this is the dead whistle.
Yeah, that thing. What else do we have? These are the fire starting cubes, although they're not quite cubes. They're more like fire starting parallelograms. And they just straight up throw an entire tea light candle in there, which is kind of useful. You can actually melt the wax, light the wick, melt the wax, and then dip pieces of cloth or paper into the wax, let it dry, and that becomes really great fire starting material. A nail. Never thought about bringing a nail with me, like camping. You can build a house if you can figure out how to do it with just one nail. There's some sharp things in here, so I'm just going to dump it. Oh, no, you get 2 nails. Now you can build yourself a palace. A pleasant wilderness retreat, perhaps. There's a oh, no, you get two fish hooks and 2 different sizes of safety pins. What is this thing? Oh, nice. You get a little itty bitty cute button compass that is actually pointing in the right direction for north. And then this is the writing paper that they said they included. Unfold it, and that's all you get. 4 panels. You can draw yourself a little comic strip for entertainment. Got a couple more twist ties. Your survival pamphlet. A reflecting piece of this looks like metal tape, maybe. And you get one of these survival cards that come with bloody everything. Only this one's a little bit smaller than the standard size. So in a way that kind of makes it unique. I've tried using these in some function. Never worked out for me very well. And inside this little wallet, you get a card that explains each of the 11 functions. Oh, and they even give you a little map. That's useful. I've never knew what number 7 was. It's just straight up a slot. I didn't know that was... Let's see what it says. A butterfly wrench. I must admit, I don't know what a butterfly wrench is. And then the pamphlet. Outdoor survival tips. It's a 4-panel pamphlet. About the same size as the paper. It's like they just gave you one, but blank. What wisdom can be gleaned from this? Ration your sweat, not your water. Severe storms are generally of short duration. Yes, they printed this before global warming really took over. How to build different survival structures. How to make fire on snow. How to signal planes. Your brain is your best survival tool. Oh, did they include one in here? Then what kind of a kit is this if it doesn't give you the best survival tool? Well, they packed quite a lot of stuff into this little tin. It's never going to get back in there. I guess they don't really tell you what you can use this for, but allow me to come up with some ideas. Well, obviously, you can take the lid off, which is very, very thin metal, and then with the survival saw, you can fashion for yourself a little survival knife. It just takes a while. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm guessing, I know that one way to signal is you poke a pinhole in the middle of your reflective bit, so you can kind of aim it at what you're reflecting to. And they have this ominous looking dimple on the bottom of the tin. So I'm willing to bet you can actually do something like that with the nail. Now you just need something to drive the nail into the tin. Oh, never mind. I just poked it right through. I'm assuming this has an adhesive back to it. I'm actually not sure about that. No need. We've got this. Perfect. We've obstructed half of our reflecting surface, but now you can actually look through the little hole and aim the reflecting to your target. And of course you can use this to boil water. Well, not anymore. And if your ground is wet, you can build a fire in it. It's got everything you need. All you need is a little bit of scrap paper to get it going. Just don't tear up anything too important. It's a good start. And the one piece of the kit that they don't tell you about that just naturally comes with it is the actual packaging. You get reading material for your entertainment while surviving, and a plastic tub where if you can shrink yourself down to a 20th of your current size, you can turn this into a swimming pool. You can turn the yellow string into a snare. Oh no, you caught me! Hours of endless fun. That was the Coughlan's survival kit in a can. Pretty interesting. Oops. It's a pretty interesting idea. I know that the whole Altoids survival tin thing is like a YouTube phenomenon. And this is roughly that size, just not reclosable. So like after you have the kit open, you just gotta keep track of a sewing needle. You know, that's... You better have some kind of a base camp before you open this thing, I suppose. But what if you need this thing to build a base camp? And without even realizing it, as I was doing it, I just came up with a solution to that problem. It all fits in the plastic bag. Phenomenal. 10 out of 10.